Hi there, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. By the way, today I went to 勉強会って英語でなんて言うの?
You can say study group for 勉強会. So I went to a study group today. How was it?
I went to study group today and I learned about logical thinking.
That sounds interesting. How did you find it? Did it help you understand logical thinking better?
Yes, I learned a lot.
That's great to hear. It's always rewarding to learn something new.
Exactly. Yesterday, my manager said to me that you are not logical, so I went to study group and I learned logical thinking. Oh, thank you. Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you remember what I said?
Yes. I was study group today and learned about logical thinking. How was it?
It was a lot of fun. By the way, if my English expression is wrong, please point it out.
Sure thing. Your English is quite good, but if I notice any mistakes, I'll definitely let you know. Keep it up.
Yeah, please. ちっちゃいことでも言ってって英語でなんて言うの?
You can say, please point out even the small things. That way, I'll make sure to let you know about any minor errors as well.
I learned 3 things. First thing is that 前提って英語でなんて言うの?
You can say assumption for 前提 in English. So the first thing you learned is that assumptions are important.
「前提が正しくなければいけない」「ロジカルであるためには前提が正しくなければいけない」って英語でなんて言うの?
You can say, for something to be logical, the assumptions must be correct.
Could you repeat again?
Sure. For something to be logical, the assumptions must be correct.
Could you repeat again?
For something to be logical, the assumptions must be correct.
For something to be logical, assumption must be correct. Hey. Hi. GPT, are you wake up? なんか電波が悪いですね。For something to be logical, assumption must be correct.
That's right. Just remember to say assumptions in plural. For something to be logical, the assumptions must be correct. Great job.
「前提から導き出された結論が正しい必要がある」って英語でなんて言うの?
You can say, the conclusion drawn from the assumptions must be correct.
Drawn, the conclusion drawn, how to spell that?
It's spelled D-R-A-W-N, so drawn.
The conclusion drawn Oh, I forgot that. Please repeat the phrase again.
Sure. The conclusion drawn from the assumptions must be correct.
ドラーンって英語でなんて日本語でどういう意味？
Drawn in Japanese can be translated as 導き出された or 引き出された. It means derived or extracted.
結論が結論 If you wanna realize something, the conclusion drawn from assumption must be correct.
To rephrase it more naturally, if you want to realize something, the conclusion drawn from the assumptions must be correct.
Could you repeat again?
If you want to realize something, the conclusion drawn from the assumptions must be correct.
If you want to realize something, the conclusion drawn from assumption must be correct.
That's correct. Great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I think, 私はリアライズ力が欠落してると思うって英語でなんていうの？不足してると思うって。
You can say, I think I lack the ability to realize things.
Could you repeat again?
I think I lack the ability to realize things.
I think the ability to realize things.
I think I lack the ability to realize things.
I think I lack the ability to realize things.
That's correct. Good job.
So,
Glad to help.
I wanna, リアライズ力を強化していきたいって英語になんていうの？
You can say, I want to improve my ability to realize things.
Could you repeat again?
I want to improve my ability to realize things.
I want to improve my ability to realize things.
Perfect. You've got it.
Third thing I learned from study group is that 軸を決めるって英語でなんていうの？
You can say, to establish a core focus or to define a central axis.
切り口を決めるって英語でなんていうの？
You can say, to determine a starting point or to decide on an approach.
Could you repeat again?
Sure. To determine a starting point or to decide on an approach.
なんか難しいな。
Take your time. You're doing great.
2軸を決めるって英語でなんていうの？2つの軸を決めるって。物事を何か考えるときに2つの軸を決めたい。
You can say, to establish two axes or to define two key points when thinking about something.
Axes, how do you spell that?
It's spelled A-X-E-S.
日本語でどういう意味？ Axis って。
Axes, in Japanese, is jiku, meaning the main lines or points of reference.
To decide axes is very important when you think something. If you decide axis, you can 結論を導き出すことができるって英語になんていうの？
You can say, if you decide on axes, you can draw conclusions.
You can draw a conclusion.
Exactly. Great job.
If you decide on axis, you can draw conclusion automatically. So even if you don't see data.
That's a good way to put it. You could also say, if you decide on axes, you can automatically draw conclusions, even if you don't see all the data.
If you see individual data, データ
If you
に結論がよるって英語になんていうの？
You can say, the conclusions depend on the data.
To decide on axis, you can if you see data, the conclusion influenced by data.
You can say, if you decide on axes, the conclusion is influenced by the data. Exactly.
データ
You're
を
doing great.
データを見ちゃうと
If you focus on the data,
if you focused on the data, the conclusion would be influenced by data.
exactly. Great job.
So to decide on axis is very important. If your conclusion wouldn't be influenced by data.
You can say, so deciding on axes is very important if you don't want your conclusion to be influenced by the data.
That's my new things.
That's a great insight. You're doing really well.
Thank you. By the way, I have to sleep. So talk to you tomorrow.
Sure. Have a good rest. Talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.